good evening, y'all, and happy Black History Month. Okay, um, regardless of what's going on in the world, we still gonna be black. We still gonna celebrate blackness and all that is beautiful within it. You dig? All right. So, sorry, I forgot to take this off. Hi, guys.
Hi,
How are y'all?
I'm good. How are you?
Salutations.
I'm good.
What's going on?
The question is what's not going on. Okay. The
That's the
question is
cool.
what's not going on in the world. Hey, Mr. Swag standing. Oh, by the way, we are live tonight on Instagram once again. Yay.
Hey now.
What it do, baby?
Um, so I'm hoping everything kind of starts flowing back like it was before. Um, because that's the goal is to kind of get everything back in motion. Y'all know I was without a laptop for a while, so we weren't able to go live on Instagram like we had been doing before. Um, so yeah, let me know if it's delayed on my end or anything like that, because I'm just learning this laptop and making sure everything is working fine over here. But I hope y'all are well. I hope y'all had a good day today. But we want to welcome y'all to another dope episode of the Phat Girl Chronicles, where we get all up in your business and discuss the topics that matter to us most. Each and every Tuesday, which we lovingly call Fat Tuesday, right here on Facebook, YouTube, and now we are back on Instagram. All right. And hopefully soon enough, um, our other platforms that we're on will have the ability to um, stream on as well because we're also on fan base. So I don't know how soon we'll be able to stream on there or anything like that, but hopefully soon.
Go ahead, holler at Isaac real quick.
Listen, let me holler at Bay. He fine. Okay. But yeah, so tonight tonight's conversation, y'all, we just gonna have the opportunity to get some shit off our chest. We giving y'all the opportunity to kind of have a safe space for the shit that's been on your mind, the shit that's been on our mind, giving y'all a space to kind of get your shit off in the comments and all of that kind of stuff. Um, because it's been a lot happening. It's been a lot going on, and it's been a lot going on and happening really quickly. So it seems like it's a lot to keep up with. It's a lot to figure out, especially if you're not political. It's a lot to just even be able to keep up with all of this shit that's going on. So, um, I know for me, it's been feeling kind of heavy because it's so much information. It's so much going on. It's so much being put out at one time. It's so much like, God damn, can we catch a break? Can can we have a minute between all of the happenings and all of the things going on to be able to keep up or catch up? And that don't seem like it's gonna be an option. So, um, what's been y'all thoughts? What's been y'all feelings? Where y'all at with everything?
Hmm. Look, hmm. It seems like every day is something new in the fact that for me, I can't speak for everybody else. This dude is just a bully. If you're not doing what he wants you to do, then you ain't no use to him, and he gonna cut off everything that you got to make sure you don't get nothing because you not doing what he wants you to do.
Mhm.
The last couple of days, the thing that has bothered me the most is, Elon Musk. I don't know how he fits into this equation of this administration.
President Elon?
He
the president.
He has given access to these 4 young kids, and one of them is 25, to all taxpayers' information, their Social Security, money, all of that. Who gave him access? Because I can remember the last time that Chester Cheetah was in there. His family didn't even have security clearance to be in the White House. How are these people getting security clearance? And and the fact that y'all are approving these people to take these positions is what's baffling me. The Kennedy boy.
I don't even feel like it's nobody like approving
they just
it.
Like
these
saying,
motherfuckers are just
okay, yeah, we gonna let you do whatever the hell you want to do. No. The Kennedy boy. Now, the Kennedys don't play, and they don't play about each other, but they have talked about him so bad and calling him
the outcast,
everything. That is a family that you never really saw in the limelight because they don't play like that. But this, I saw this on TikTok last night, and I think I laughed so hard. I'm like, Auntie, she got in the car. It's a lady on TikTok. You call her Auntie. She got in the car. She said, I'm on my way to DC to get this pen. She got a video up that she pulled up at the White House, and I'm outside. Put all them pens in the box and bring them out here.
Now she outside.
She ain't enough. She said, don't worry about it. I'm not in a hurry this time. I'll wait.
Hey.
I'll wait.
What up, Doc?
I'll wait. I'll wait. Just get all, not the D pens. The D pens the last president took with him, but the ink pens that you write with. He didn't sign enough. Bring me them pens out of there. So he don't sign another piece of paper. He decided he gonna do the tariffs, and the people just didn't fail to and give him what he want. China ain't going. China said, well, do what you gotta do. It's gonna cost you more than it's gonna cost me. Do what you got to do.
Mexico, he said we're gonna take a month off about Mexico. We want to go talk to Mexico.
And he said Mexico gonna put what 1,000, a whole bunch of soldiers on their end to keep people from coming across. Sir, don't nobody got
what he want. He want us isolated. He want us just to be us, and he don't realize that's not how this works.
This is not how the world works ever.
This dude is like out of his mind. I'm thinking like, okay, let me explain something to you. One thing for certain, two things for sure. That us black folk, we not too much scared of nothing but God. And we done got through slavery and all of that, and you think you about to shake us? No, bro. You not.
Yeah.
You really not.
That's the crazy part.
That's the crazy part, is that you think that you really affecting us. And what you finding out is that you're affecting everybody. This don't got nothing to do with us. You mad at us? You mad at the wrong ones.
And my other part of it all is that, like you said, Anisha, is like, where does Elon fall into all of this? And I feel like based on some of the posts on social media that I've seen, it's like everybody is confused at how he is gaining access, or how he's having the ability to do all of these things. And he's pretty much just out here doing whatever the fuck he wants to. Taking over things. Like, where is the rest of the government? You know what I'm saying? Like, where are the people in power? Because I'm pretty sure this ain't how government work. If my 8th grade mind serves me well, okay, and this not how any of this shit works.
If conjunction function didn't teach us nothing, this ain't how this go.
This ain't how none of this shit work.
That's not how this work. What are we doing? Like, This don't even make. And I keep saying, where do Elon fit into?
He
can
bought his
somebody
way
help
in.
me?
Richest man in the world. He bought his
Where
way
he
in.
fit in at?
I
Because
thought he
I
was
don't
going
understand
to the
what you're doing
moon.
and who gave you the access to give the access to somebody else. That's the part. Who released this to you for you to give access to somebody else?
His friend.
And here's the thing: at the end of the day, he a bully, but he a punk too.
Most
Because
bullies
whatever
are.
Elon's saying to you,
I was about to say most bullies
he running
are
you.
P-words.
He running you. He telling you what to do.
Well, y'all gotta understand too that
that
nigga like 90 years old. He old nigga.
Why
Like
is he 4 different colors?
Yeah, like everybody talk about how old Joe was. Trump the same age, bro.
It's crazy.
Right? Him and Joe the same.
Him and Joe the same age.
They went to high school together.
This is where my brain is at a little bit with this.
Okay.
I am like, I think this nigga really does have a mental, like there's something mentally wrong there. But also I feel like there's like dementia or something else in there along with the mental disability, or you know what I'm saying? Because with all of the things that are taking place, first of all, the other day, the shit with the airplane, that shit was screaming B613, a whole episode of Scandal. Like we was in the live Shonda Rhimes situation.
I thought it was just me, Leo.
And I wasn't even trying to be funny about that shit, but I was like, bruh, this remind me of that episode of Scandal.
I thought it was just me.
Fitzgerald Grant. And they start unwrapping all of the shit that had to do with the crash. And they did the crash because they thought they was taking down her mama. And I'm like, bro, how did we get here? We are like,
how do we
unsettling? And that's the honest to God truth. This shit is unsettling.
It is.
Because what do you do? How do you move? How do you operate in this space? What ways can we stay informed? All of those kind of things, because it's just so much, just like it's like rapid fire. And I don't think anybody has really had the ability to keep up with so much all happening at one time.
Yeah.
So there's a reason behind that. So the reason behind that, hey y'all, good evening. So Steve Bannon, yeah. And I'm gonna leave it on this meme right here that you see on my face, because that's how I feel right now. With Michelle Obama. But so Steve Bannon, back in the first term, Steve Bannon told Trump, and I don't put president period and Trump in the same sentence. So Steve Bannon told him, no matter what you do, release as much information as possible, keep everybody confused. And that's exactly what he's doing. But, you know, people really can't get mad at Trump. And I'm going to tell you why. I saw something today and it kind of put it in somewhat of a more perspective for me. They said, don't get mad at Trump. Get mad at the people who voted for him. Because at the end of the day, Trump told us exactly what he was going to do. And at the end of the day, people still voted for him. And he's doing exactly. So if they hadn't voted for him, put him in, first of all, we ain't going to talk about 3.5 million votes that somehow mysteriously disappeared that has been out there in circulating in the world from Kamala. We ain't going to talk about that. But had he not won, he'd still be on X talking the same stuff. Now he has the power because people voted for him. So you really can't get mad at him. But that's really why it's so much stuff that he's coming out. And I said, he better slow down before he run out of material, like, you know, being like a comedian. He needs to slow down because he's going to end up running out of material at the end of the day because he's doing so much. But this is purposefully to keep us confused and keep the narrative pointed on all this mishap stuff that he's doing. So I want to throw that in there.
And also, if I must add, really, really quick, it's your boy Stretch. What's up, y'all?
Hey,
I think it's hey, what's going on? I think it's also the lack thereof of people not voting as well. So we talk about how many people have voted for Trump, which yeah, that's kind of startling, being the fact that he's been an impeached president, 34 felonies. You know what I'm saying? So we already see how he ran the country the first time. But I think too, not only in the black community, I just think people this election, a lot of people just didn't vote, which was unfortunate. But there's just a lot of work that we have to do in spite of whoever's president. We have to, do some work and create some changes, some waves in this political pool.
I believe that 100% because I don't know. Some of this shit is just disheartening for real.
I mean, and I hear I had both of y'all and Doc said it like this man has said from the beginning what he was gonna do. He has done exactly what he said he was going to do, but a lot of people came with the narrative of, well, he said he's gonna take down the price of groceries and he gonna do this. How, Sway? How? And them little stimulus checks that y'all keep talking about, they didn't come.
You ain't getting no stimmy. Ain't no stimmy on the way.
Coming, ain't no money coming. He not doing none of this. That whole Project 25, I have been telling everybody for like a whole year. If you don't read this, this man has put it in a book for you to see everything that he's about to do. And you think he playing with y'all? He not playing. He not playing. And I'm like, Doc, eventually, because you have done so much, we just hit January 31st. Bro, you done did so much in that time frame, you ain't gonna have no more left. By the time the first year over, you done. Because you don't got no more.
And then too, we gotta pay attention to what's being implied here. We're talking about somebody that was basically born a millionaire, right? His parents are millionaires, they're rich, and I don't even think, if I'm accurate, they're not even from the US.
They're not.
So
they're not.
Right, exactly.
The other part.
Right. So if you think about the hypocrisy in his political campaigns, I mean, in his agendas and all these executive orders that he's signing, and then previously we were talking about Elon Musk too. When we look at the money, it's all about money and power. So of course, if he can get someone that's influential on social media sites to sponsor or support his narrative and back him up, it's all a money trade. It's all a money deal. So we're talking about the creator, the owner of Teslas. You know what I'm saying? So yes, you have questions. Why is he in the political race? Or how is he having access to have all this? Almost seems like almost classified information, so to speak. Yeah, yeah. So it's really crazy. So I think us as a people, we have to pay attention, and we have to pay attention to history. We have to pay attention to our rights and our power as people as well. And especially with the black community, there's so much oppression and so many things that we have overcome and that we have been through that we have not learned yet. Oh my. I digress.
But let me say this. Let me say this part here too, because a lot of us keep saying we been through a lot of this. Our generation didn't go through certain things. You know what I'm saying? Like, we didn't go through the slavery and the Jim Crow and all of that kind of stuff. Yeah, we've endured some shit. Never gonna disregard that. But it's the fact that not too long ago, y'all, people on social media was like, we ain't our ancestors. You right. Because a bunch of us is weak as shit. A bunch of us can't even begin to withstand some of the stuff that they dealt with or what they went through. None of that. Because they have this narrative of our ancestors where they making it seem like our ancestors was out here just pussying off. Like, nah, they wasn't. Like, they wasn't punks. They wasn't out here just letting things happen. Like, they were revolutionizing things. They were coming together. They had leaders. Most of the motherfuckers now, your leader is a motherfucker you see on TV who has no understanding of politics, and that's who you follow. That's who you believe in. That's who you pay attention to. And then
Because
the other
the
part,
narrative that they pushed was we need an outsider to come in to fix what they broke. So it didn't matter who it was, as long as it wasn't a politician, they were going to have a better chance than anybody else getting in the office.
but how is anybody from the outside gonna come inside and fix our shit?
Because they said the people
They
on the
don't even.
outside is not corrupted.
Really?
They're
Yeah,
not.
that's what they said.
Yeah,
That's
it's
the BS
so.
that they want to paint, that the people on the outside ain't corrupted. Where you think it's coming from? Like, come on, like I guess for some folks, 1 + 1 = 4, but for me, it equal 2 every damn day. This is ridiculous. And here now you come say, well, black and brown folks, we need y'all. What? You need us for what? No, this your man's. You wanted your man's.
And that's what
You
I was
got
gonna say
exactly what you
too.
wanted.
So, and then go ahead, Leo.
Oh no, I was just gonna say too, like even when it came down to the artists who did all of this pushing of Trump, like and and thinking it was gonna be a big tax break for them, you know, when it came down to their money and all of this other kind of stuff. Looking at it, it's like y'all really the niggas that they used to talk about back in the day that you thought you was gonna get something and then they played in your face and now you are here with your tail tucked between your legs. Now you want to come back.
Mm-hmm.
And I feel a way about the fact that everybody, y'all canceled the shit out of Chrisette Michelle.
Deservingly.
Canceled everything
True.
about her.
True. But listen, canceled the shit out of old girl. But y'all been crickets when it came down to motherfucking Snoop, Nelly, Rick Ross, and
Yep.
Well,
No, they've been talking about them too. Must I
they've
say?
been talking. Let me
Yeah,
say that. They've been talking. But ain't none of their careers had a devastating impact like hers did.
Wait. We not about to act like Chrisette Michelle was out here going on tour. We ain't
I'm not saying that she had all of this longevity and all of that kind of shit. I'm not saying that. But what I'm saying is that a lot of people act like it's not the same offense.
Oh yeah.
She's like, you know what I'm saying? She slapped you on the left cheek, Snoop Nim slapped you on the right cheek. It's the
Uncle
same
Snoop,
offense. Now y'all like, their slap didn't even hurt when it come to Snoop now. Y'all
Uncle
act like
Snoop been setting this
Chrisette
up
did.
though.
You
like,
said
if you've been
what?
watching what Snoop been doing for like the last 4 or 6 years, he's been setting himself up for this moment. He's everywhere. Now Nelly, he bullshitted. Nelly bullshitted. Rick Ross definitely bullshitted. But Snoop is just gonna be Snoop.
But even
He quick walk at the Olympics. Like, what are we doing here? Like,
even with Snoop, his response to everything has been like, I'm above y'all niggas.
Trump, nigga.
Yeah, everything has
the
been
same man.
It's been a level of arrogance about his responses to everything. Like, I'm above y'all niggas, and I don't really give a fuck what y'all say. I'm a black man. I'm always gonna be a black man. It was never about you being a black man. It was always about how you're showing up for your community. Like, that's what it was about.
This was the same man when he got elected the first time and said, I want to see which one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas go perform for him.
Absolutely.
I'm sorry. This was
that didn't age well at all.
I'm sorry. This not what you said?
That's what he
said. So look
here,
let's have the conversation, Uncle Tom. Let's talk about it.
He said that
Let's talk about it. You want to know which one of you Uncle Tom ass niggas gonna do it, and I'm gonna cut you off. Let's talk about it, bro.
He said
let's
Trump
have a conversation about it.
That's what he said. He said
y'all
can't mad at me. Trump wasn't there.
I don't care if he wasn't there.
I don't give a damn if he wasn't there. You still went there for the purpose, and you were hired by them.
They panned the motherfucking crowd, and all you saw was rice.
Yeah.
That's it.
But that's
And
all who listens
then
to him now, though.
But see, here's the thing. And this is the part that folks play the game and they play a game. Look, y'all white kids listen to more rap than we do.
Yeah. That's why Snoop was there, because the white folks listen to Snoop. We don't
I mean,
actively go.
and if I must interject too, I think that sometimes you can have a political, difference. Of course, we know that everybody's been talking about Trump and stuff like that. So, I mean, of course, a credit to, to what you said about, the white people loving Snoop, that's a big thing. So he could have been paid and requested to come there and perform. Now, he could have declined, being the fact that all of the controversy and all the stuff that's going on, but I mean, it's kind of one of those things where, like, I get it, but at the same time, if I'm getting offered $1 million to perform for Trump, I mean, I might go and perform.
I'm
Now I said Mike.
at
Now I said
what
$1
Mike.
bill.
just saying,
cost?
$1 million is
What you
still $1
say,
million.
Doc? What you say, Doc? Oh, I thought he was saying something. But at what cost, though?
Oh no! All I said is at the end of the day, it's about the dollar bill. I mean, when I thought about it, Snoop trying to stay to the Winter Olympics because he's the ambassador. Nelly, who gonna go see Nelly in Las Vegas? Come on,
Nelly
really?
Nelly needed that $1 million.
Oh, I know he did.
Yeah.
he needed that.
And Leo homegirl, she pressing Rick Ross, so he needed that $1 million too, so he can pay the child support off.
Who my homegirl?
She taught him how to beige.
Oh, girl, Tia.
Yeah, she been pressing him. So yeah, he needed that $1 million to pay it off. Snoop don't really need it. Snoop just did it.
So
That's what I'm done.
I think that's what upset me the most about Snoop. Like, Nelly and Rick Ross needed it. He didn't need that. He's still spending Olympic money, and he went out and did that. So
Snoop has done so much. Skechers, Corona, the Olympics,
T-Mobile.
And he lined up for the Winter Olympics.
It's so much shit. Like
he just did The Voice.
His brand deals are through the roof. You know what I mean?
Right.
And when you think of yeah. So when you think about the potential, we're talking about power and influence and money here, right? And we're talking about these brand deals with Skechers and The Voice and ABC and all these networks that are pretty much, white networks that he's a part of, that he has brand deals or whatever for. I mean, not saying that this is a particular scenario, but it could be. Trump's hand, he has money probably in a lot of things. You know what I'm saying? He's already firing people, writing executive orders. If you don't remove the pronouns off your signature, he's like, about February 6th, you're out of here. He's doing so much, and it's just like a lot of people are losing their jobs. A lot of people aren't able to come back into work because of the influence of Trump. You know what I'm saying? So, I mean, it could have been one of those things. I don't think that, I hope not, but I would hope that Snoop did not walk into that situation like, I'm just going to go ahead and ride with Trump, forget it. He prayed, you know what I mean? Like, it had to be something to that. He's getting backlash for it. Nelly's getting backlash for it as well. But we're talking about so many things that are happening to us as white people, as a culture, and just so many different topics. You got that going on with them performing for Trump. And then you also have Babyface and Raven Simone on the red carpet, and these other stars are coming, these white stars, particularly not of black people, and they're halting and stopping their interviews. I mean, it's just so much going on in like almost every category that we're dealing with. It's sad. It's really sad.
And Snoop, to be honest with you, his popularity now, in 4 years, he could be President Snoop. This could have been a whole power move to get him up that way.
I mean, let's think about it. Who's really going to be voting for Snoop for president?
Yeah.
I mean, look at what we got in there now.
Why not?
Well, that's why y'all should have got Dr. Cornel West in there when he was doing the independent party. Y'all should have voted for Dr. West, and he's an educated black man. He done told y'all to put him in office. Y'all ain't even give that brother a chance. Just such a.
They took a poll of like 1,000 people, and they asked who that man was just by the picture. Like 10% only knew who he was. It was no way he was going to win.
He didn't get the popularity vote.
Yeah, it was like, nah, well, that man got weird hair. We not voting for him. That's it. So.
He reminds them too much of an ancestor. He
Mhm.
looks too much like, you know what I'm saying, the
He
power.
looked too much like wrong.
Right.
Yeah. You know what I'm saying? He looked too much like the powerful type of black man, the black man that they fear. He looked too much like that. Yeah.
They needed Neil deGrasse Tyson in there, and he would have got some votes.
Is that the man that always be talking about the moon and shit?
Yep.
Mm-hmm.
He the safe black.
Lord.
Mm-hmm.
I don't know. It's so funny you say the safe black because it's so crazy that when you learn throughout, history that, according to like slavery and the oppression that we went through, that you had some people that were turning in the black people, like turning on their brothers to turn them into the slave captors or to turn them into different masters to gain more money, get more food or whatever. Now you had some that wasn't going. Like, if you're going to take him, you're going to take me too, because we stick together. We're on a united front because we're facing the same oppression. So me trading you over is not going to help me in this situation. So think about it in modern day times. You have a lot of people that's just slave captures. They just catching slaves from massa. And, it's sad that the legacy and the dream of Dr. Martin Luther King and so much that he fought for, the equality, and just for us to get placement, in this world, it's just kind of crazy how you still have people who say they want to be free, they want to be liberated, they want this, they want that, but everybody's not on a united front when it comes to those things. And so it's just kind of sad to see the hard work. I think we've had some succession in certain areas. Don't get me wrong, we've had some succession with things, especially getting into more of the political and the Senate and all of that kind of stuff. But there's so much more work to be done. There's so many, so much talent and so much with black people as a whole, as a culture. I mean, and I'm not disregarding any other races, but it's Black History Month. I mean, for God's sake.
The heart
I hear
left.
you, Stretch, but the whole thing is that I want, and I think all of us want us to understand is that how powerful we are together
as a collective.
And we are divided. If we stop turning against each other, you think they intimidated now.
Yeah.
Do you understand? The problem
the
is
the changes that we can create. I mean, the changes we've already done it.
The changes that we can do. Do you understand? At one point, we did have Black Wall Street, but they burned it down because these niggas can't have millions of dollars. What you doing? No, they're not gonna do this. But the moment, if we fall back and look at everything that they have, is because we invented it. But y'all took. Oh, they did it, but we really gonna take that. We gonna take charge of this. If we learn to love on each other and stop turning on each other and see how much power that we have together, we wouldn't have to deal with him in office. He wouldn't have never got in there.
And you know what's been the wildest part about it? For me, is like seeing the conversations take place around like boycotting certain stores or boycotting certain things and artists and all of that kind of stuff. And when I looked at it's not funny, but I've been laughing about it to keep from crying about it. But also it's like, oh, I don't care what y'all say. I'm still gonna shop here, there, and everywhere, and I'm gonna still shop this, that, and third place. And it's like, so y'all don't think that y'all don't think that them telling y'all to kiss their ass and we gonna do what we want to do ain't a slap in the face?
They don't care nothing about that.
So yeah,
They don't care nothing about it. Like you said, it's the whole thing of they too soft. Because our people, how they walked for months on end, because they're not getting on this damn bus.
18
We all
months.
right, we good. We're gonna make sure everybody get where they need to go. They too soft, they can't hold on to nothing. And I get the part what you're saying about, okay, it's some people that it's some black companies that's gonna be affected by it because we don't go there. But look here, if we band together, we can get you a warehouse to put your shit in. And we can help you get through this.
But that's just the thing that
you, but we don't
just,
have to get because our dollars, either way we go, if we go in there and buy it for you, they still gonna get a portion of this money. And our dollars go longer. And I think we said this last week, Leo. In the black community, our dollars don't even last 7 minutes. But over there, y'all make sure that our dollars go a long way. You make sure it goes. If we don't hit them where it hurt, and it's their money, baby. That's all they worried about is that money. So, once that money start falling, they weren't playing. What else this time? They for real.
The reason the boycott worked back then is because they had another way. People was, had cars, people had trucks. They would get. If you tell somebody do not go to Target, you have to tell them where else to go. If you don't tell them, you don't give them another option outside of Target, they're gonna look at you like, no, I'm going to Target. They got everything I need right here. The same for Walmart, the same for Aldi. Yeah, you have to give them a different option or they're not going to move. That's just how people move today.
And I'm mad about Aldi.
That's the only option.
What was that,
I'm so mad about Aldi.
No, I said even if you do tell them the other option, they may not have another option. I've seen some people where Walmart, I mean, in their city, Walmart was the only thing. Right.
Store.
Yeah.
That's true.
Well, I mean, you think about so many.
Go ahead, Stretch.
No, I'm sorry. You think about so many changes and so many things that we've done. I mean, past, present, and even going into the future. Black innovators. I mean, the things that we have created to sustain the United States of America. Why it's even the way it is today that nobody's talking about. I mean, even our educators, even black people in the legal system, black people as electricians, black people as it's doctors. There's so many people. We're so talented that I think it's time for us to be able to, as a collective, be able to create the things that we're lacking because we have the power. We're very it's the word that I'm looking for. We're very motivated, and especially some people, because a lot of people are just tired of the same narrative. You know what I mean? So I feel like what we have accomplished as a race, as a culture, as black people, I think that it's not impossible to do the things for ourselves. That's why we have black-owned business. There's a lot of extensions that have been created. People were just tired of just going in regular 9 to 5 and doing stuff. So people start being able to pursue their dreams and having that freedom and liberty while still contributing to society in a civilized way. So, I mean, there's just so many things we can do as a collective if we collectively come together. I mean, if we, you have the Black Panther Party. I mean, you have a lot of parties and a lot of things that got initiated, but was not able to be sustained. And then we can't really blame white people and other races. Sometimes it's been within our own race why we're having these issues and these discrepancies.
We are.
And the other thing too is like, that's what I was gonna say. Like, we are a good portion of, like, we go into black-owned businesses with bias. We go into these places.
Like,
it's that much.
Yeah, you know what I'm saying? We
I can go to Target and get it for cheaper.
I could have did this. I could have went here.
I could have got this over here cheaper, and that's the whole thing with running a business. Period. Yeah. And I have told people, and I stick to it. My price is my price, man. You're not gonna come here and finagle me because you could go over that. Well, going on over that then. Because at the end of the day, I'm gonna explain it to you. All money ain't good money, and I'm good on that. Those who don't question it and come and get it, they gonna buy it because they're buying into you. This is why
we gotta stop making each other a last resort, though.
Exactly.
Like, we keep making each other a last resort. Like, oh, yeah, such and such do that. Since all of this other shit didn't work out, we should actually go over here and use them.
And use them. Mm-hmm.
Um, and that's the part about it. Like, we use each other as a last resort. We think of each other last instead of first. Like, we think about everybody else under the sun. Oh, okay, well, I can go get my this, that, and the third, or whatever from over here, from over there. And all of these other things, we can do it with other people first. Because, again, those bias are underlying. Like, we don't even think we have those bias, and we do. But we definitely have to figure out a way to come together, because even when it comes down to how a lot of these smaller businesses got into stores like Target and Walmart and all of that other kind of stuff, it's because we don't have our own big brand stores like that. We don't have our own big box stores. We don't have our own warehousing situations where we could be creating those things. I understand that, but shit, do y'all not get other resources and materials? That's all I'm saying. They burnt the shit down, but listen,
Black Wall Street.
like, yeah, they burnt it down. They burnt everything down that we got, but they built it. You know what I'm saying? They built it regardless. And then even when they burnt it down in one place, they had it going up in another place. So it's like we use the excuse as, oh, well, you know what I'm saying? We hold on to stuff like that. Oh, they burned down Black Wall Street. Oh, okay. But we got more resources.
Right.
I mean,
and I think that should serve as a notice. But I think that should serve as a notice.
We may have the resources, but me and my mother were having this conversation Sunday. They're quick to sell what we want to purchase to somebody else. They give us the hardest time in the world to purchase, because we want to purchase our own and buy our own, and we want this to be us. But they give us the hardest time in the world to make those purchases. But yet, you let somebody else come from another country somewhere, and they can buy whatever they want and be tax-free with it. Why is it the narrative of the laws that they write, they're not for us. They're for they're not, they made to
for every demographic,
right, but us. And they make it so hard, and we just fall back and just fall in the line and just give up. Like, well, they made it hard for us. No, then keep going. Because we're gonna have to knock some walls down, knock some buildings down, and knock some people clean out to get what we want, for them to understand, like, no, we're not going nowhere. We're not going nowhere.
And I think
we retreat, because now, well, they said no. Oh, okay.
But that's like we were having a conversation about DEI, and we were talking about all the people that are on that list before we even got down to Black people. Right. It was 6 other groups of people on the list who DEI benefits before it even got down to Black people.
And DEI is something that benefits women. That's the part that they ain't getting. First of all, they don't want a woman to do nothing. Whether it's brown, bright, green, orange, or purple. Woman should have been the first thing on the list.
It benefited white women. But everybody knew that.
Yeah.
Everybody knew that.
I think too, we've also moved in a culture where people don't want to put in the work. And I'm not talking about a 9 to 5. I'm talking about the revolutionary work that needs to take place, right? We're talking about the work that needs to create the changes, the time off, because back there in that time, in that era, when there weren't things that were serving the people, and this was as a collective, because collectively everybody was on the same, almost on the same wavelength. And so you have people that were just had enough of enough, and all the countless marches that, the Black people have had to do, going marching up to courthouses, and a lot of stuff that we've had to do to waste a lot of time to be active in the political races and campaigns when it comes to our voice. And I think that when it comes to Black voices, it's not just with Black voices. I think it's for equality for all. And that's one of the things that Dr. King was trying to push the narrative for. But of course, we're still in the same situation because we have so many things proactively, so much work that we have to do to fix with our communities. Like the issue with our households, with the Black males and the Black the females, the mothers and the fathers, with fathers being absent in the Black homes, with education within the Black community. It's just so many things that we have to proactively fix first. And then the killings, the Black on Black killings. I mean, we have so much that we talk about, but then we have few things that we actually proactively actually do the work on.
So back then, more of us was getting our ass whooped by the other side. You know what I'm saying? Like, even the ones who came up and did something with themselves, they went through some type of struggle.
Yep.
On that side. Nowadays, a lot of people didn't grow up with that struggle. So they're like, why I gotta fight when I'm living good already? You know what I'm saying? And then there's other people who came from the struggle, like Cardi, made all that money, and she said, I'm still voting for Trump. Sexy Red still voted for Trump because they made the
money. I can't stand Sexy Red. That's just horrible. Sexy Red's the devil. Go ahead.
You know what I'm saying? Like, so a lot of people's like, I'm comfortable, I'm not fighting. So that mentality of we all gotta fight, they don't care. The heart is gone out of people of I don't care what they're going through as long as I'm not going through it. You have to feel something to do something. That's why celebrities don't do, fundraisers
charity
or
work and fundraising.
all that stuff until their family member died of cancer or their mama died in a car crash. And now they want to give money to moms and all that. So it's going to take a while. Not enough ass.
It's just that we just get it. I guess it's hard for us for those of us who understand it to see it, that everything that those that came before us and we standing on their shoulders did, and we just not gonna do nothing. We not gonna do nothing.
Well, you know what they say. I think it has to have a period of, and it's sad that certain things have to take place to wake people up, as a whole. I mean, but you have to think about the oppression that they faced then, where they were just tired. It was just enough was enough, And I think with our culture and society now, I think we have to be in a position to be uncomfortable, to be not satisfied with things, and see the effects that it's producing with our government, with the things that we're going through, as far as it's still that we're going through with Black people. I mean, we talk about bias, but we talk about things in our healthcare system that Black people ain't getting the adequate care and treatment because of the color of their skin, because of that bias. And it's not necessarily that that particular doctor is such a bad person, but the way they were raised.
It was what did I just see that somebody went out of the country on vacation and she fell and broke her leg or whatever. So she expected to have to pay money to, the Black family that lives in China now. They moved their family to China. Anybody over the age of 18, healthcare is free.
That's how it is in London too.
Free.
They think it's weird that we have doctors.
And they think it's weird that we pay for healthcare and they pay to go to college. Yep. It's free everywhere else. Every other country, it's just free. They like, wait, what y'all? They gotta pay for that?
Yep.
There's nowhere in the world you shouldn't be able to go to the doctor, or you shouldn't be able to go to the dentist, or none of that, and because you don't have it and you gotta pay for it.
You gotta pay for it.
When I tell you, and my mother said it best, she was like, they are having a whole comedy show watching us. They are laughing at us. Because they don't understand, like, what exactly are y'all doing? And people want to come here to get the American dream. Please, when you tell me
this is a nightmare,
please tell me.
American Horror Story. That's what we living here.
I mean, at this point, like, I don't even understand what it's going to take for y'all to get sick and tired of being sick and tired. Like, what else do you like? This man told you when he left 4 years ago, don't you worry about it, because I'll be back and I'm gonna get everything. At this point, this man is trying to make it where you don't vote again, but he remains president for the rest of your damn life.
Yeah.
He said it. You ain't got to worry about it because you ain't gonna have to vote again because I ain't going nowhere.
So if anything has taught us anything, the 20 teens, when it was open season on black folk, it was killing us on national TV, and it wasn't a fuss. Like niggas was just like, all right, this they just kill us. Now they just showing us now. That should tell you that niggas ain't gonna stand up for nothing.
Nothing.
Like they was shooting
like
us.
It don't make a difference to me. I don't care nothing about that. Like you said,
Right.
They got what they part. They got what they wanted. They doing what they doing, and they don't care nothing about the rest. Like, what part of this does concern you? This very well concerns you, because when you think you're gonna get to a certain age, you're gonna get a Social Security check, you ain't gonna get a damn thing. Then what you gonna do? You got to work for the rest of your life.
Yeah.
They working on trying to figure out how they gonna snatch everybody 401k.
You know, Stretch said something that made me think, and all this is building up to. Now we all know that history repeats itself. We all know that. And when Stretch was just talking, I was like, dang. At what point, like you said, we gonna be getting sick and tired. Everybody's comfortable where they are right now. So just imagine right before the 1950s and 60s, before we started to fight back, before we started saying we've had enough. What happened before that? I mean, 50, 60 years. Actually more than that. But anyway, slavery. That was normal. We all prohibition. But we thought that was normal. And I think we're in that same time right now of everybody thinking that this is normal. I'm not fighting back. I'm doing fine. Well, think about it in the slave days. A lot of slaves were happy. I got a place to stay. I got food. I got protection from the master. Until we got to a point where a few people were fed up and said, we got to do better. And I think that's where we are now in this stage of 2025 is we're at the point where people are saying we got to do better, but we don't have enough fight yet as a collective to say enough is enough. And I think that's the part. Go ahead, Justin.
And also, they was young people. Like Martin and them was in their 20s, teenagers coming out of college. These little niggas now, they ain't doing none of this.
First of all, they ain't scared of nothing, child. They don't care nothing about what you talking about.
Right. Okay.
Talking about.
And I think we are partly to blame for that.
We are.
We gave a lot of the kids a lot of this sense of entitlement and ownership. And because our generation worked really hard to get to a level of right outside the poverty line. You know what I'm saying? Like, ooh, I was poor. Now I'm like po-ish. You know what I'm saying? That's where a lot of us said, I ain't po no more. I'm just po-ish. You know what I'm saying?
We don't
and
eat
those
oat,
that
nigga.
made it above
Quaker
po-ish.
Oats,
and the ones that made it above that, now our kids are spoiled. Our kids don't have a sense of identity. They don't have a sense of being grounded. You know what I'm saying? And so, yeah, this is what comes of those things by us not instilling certain pieces or not adding those parts to how we bring up our children.
Right. Because like these kids are not scared of nothing. And the sense of entitlement and the things that, because here's the thing, we always say, well, we had to get it out the dirt. My child ain't gonna have to do that. Wait. Maybe if they get a little dirty, they'll understand. Because anytime that you got to go up to the school 3-4 times a week, but you still wouldn't buy them $250 shoes, I don't understand. They still got PlayStation 5s and phones and stuff. And when you say give me the phone, I'm not giving you nothing. I pay the damn bill. Who are you talking to?
Right.
And also, at the point that we stop being a parent and become their friends, That right there. And this, somebody got to give me the definition of what the hell gentle parenting is. Somebody explain it to me.
Friendship.
I don't know what
What
that
the
is.
hell is gentle parenting?
But
I don't know what
also,
that
we
is.
got to look at our kids, and they, it's not that they not scared of nothing, but also we got to realize a lot of the people that's out here who had learning disabilities, who had mental illness, and all of those things were out here having children.
Led
We got to stop thinking that, oh, these kids ain't scared of nothing. No, a lot of these children are on the spectrum. A lot of their parents are on the spectrum. A lot of their parents are unmedicated.
Yeah,
A lot of these
mental health.
children are unmedicated. And it is literally, America is a literal view of the patients running the institution.
Mm-hmm.
That's what we look like to everybody else. The
That's what we're like.
patients are
Running
running
the
the
institution.
asylum.
Mm-hmm. Because
Definitely
we
got an
all look
orange one and
crazy.
white
We
out.
all look like we all need to
Man,
be on a pill or something, like something ain't right. Like something in somebody's brain didn't click. But then I have to go back to this here. A lot of these kids, and I'm not trying to be mean or cruel, they're drug babies.
Yeah.
They're drug babies. So what's embedded in them, they grew literally with this in their bloodline.
Mm-hmm.
And now you're trying to get it out. You can't. Because this is what you brought to us to feed to us, and they fed it to their kids. And then they're gonna have some more kids, and it's still gonna be in there.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
It's a sick cycle, but it happened because they dropped it all off to us, and they bring it to us because, hey, I'm gonna make a quick dollar, but I'm gonna sell it to my people and I'm gonna kill my people in the process. But ain't nobody ever thought that when you have a baby and you got this shit in your system, it's gonna carry on to them, and then it's gonna carry on to their kids. We never. This was the whole plan. This was the whole plan. This is why every
Right.
black man is in jail.
To affect the DNA structure, to
To
population
protect
control.
us.
Yeah,
Because they
population
want to
control.
wipe us off the planet. And the whole plan is like, if I keep this jail system alive and keep putting this money in here, they ain't got to be at the house. I'm going to make her raise these kids.
Yeah. Mama gotta have life too.
So we see that this is an issue that's prevalent, right? And so I think that's why the times and era of different times have changed. I mean, we always constantly hear our parents say, "Boy, if I had to been that age and did that or said that, I wouldn't have no teeth. I would have been across the floor." And so to me, it's just one of those things where mental health is a real different issue now. It used to be that it was a standard for children and development and growth, and when you should crawl, when you should walk, and all of that. But because of like you said, the crack babies, the meth babies, people that are consuming alcohol, even when it comes to tobacco usage,
Mm-hmm.
for certain women, it does affect the child, and it does affect the DNA structure, changing some things, some structures. And
Yeah.
so I think that we have to be more proactive and more
I mean,
vigilant
stress
on
changes your DNA structure from generation to
stress.
generation. Yeah,
Yes. And what
it's
you go
everything.
through. Yeah, the different times. You got to think about we can recall on different sets of times. If you want to go in the 60s, we can talk about some things that occurred there, the 70s, the 80s, the 90s, 2000s. I mean, we just keep dealing with a whole bunch of different stuff. And let's be real, for us as black people and just as people as general, it is stressful. It is stressful.
Mm-hmm.
Cost of living going up. There's a lot of changes. There's a lot of fights that we don't even have a dog in most of the fights that are taking place. So it's just one of those things where we just have to be aware of the mental health and taking care of self and taking care of the mind, because I think that now our culture and our generation and society, it's a mindset thing, right? We have to shift our mindsets because we see how previous mindsets did not get us really far, right? We didn't get too far. So it's just the shift in the mindsets and being conscious that some people mentally are not there. You see what I'm saying? They're just mentally not there, and so we have to be conscious of that.
Yeah.
So
So this is. Go ahead, Pablo, and then I'll
I
move
was
on
gonna
to
I
you.
was gonna ask, like, has it ever been a good time? You know what I'm saying? Like, has it ever, like, since George Washington on it's never been a smooth ride.
Let's move right.
You know what I'm saying? Like,
Especially
even
for people of color.
Right.
yeah, like, so, like, if you go, even if you go back to Jimmy Carter, right? Then Reagan came in. That was horrible. I was there. I seen it. Okay. First Bush, trash. Y'all love Clinton, but he did a lot of bad shit for black people. You know what I'm saying? Like, it was never like a comfortable time for us. Are we worried about it more now because we're at that age of it affects us a whole lot more than it did when we was like teenagers and shit running around here drinking Four Locos and whatever the fuck we was doing?
I think we're more aware. You know what
Okay.
I'm saying? I think we're made more
Exactly.
aware now.
Of the
When you're
independency.
15, you know what I'm saying? You're 15, you don't give a fuck about politics, and ain't nobody teaching it to you either.
Right.
Ain't nobody putting it in your face,
Exactly.
ain't nobody
Exactly.
making you
Right.
aware of what's going on around you. Yeah, you see that it be a lot of shit happening, but you like, oh, this just the world, you know.
Uh-huh.
But
Yep.
also,
Oh, that's grown people stuff. We ain't got to
we
deal with that.
yeah. So it's also that kind of thing too. But America profits off of so much of the wrong things. Like T-Ron was saying, we profit too much on illness, which is why
They
they
do.
they
I was
decided
gonna say
The
that.
drug
they
Yep.
don't
Yep.
industry.
want any
Yep.
more to do with the World Health Organization and the CDC can't put out anymore because they are intentionally infecting everything that we're doing.
Oh, of
So
course.
Yeah.
so
Absolutely.
Yeah.
we as a
The
whole, as
money's
a
in the treatment, not the
collective,
cure.
huh?
The money's in the treatment, not the cure.
Right. But if
Right.
we're
Exactly.
if we're thinking
Right. Because
about now that the
there is really no cure, because if you think about it, if you think at with
It's a cycle.
have you paid attention to the side effects? It's the
Mhm.
side effects for me. What
oh
it's gonna
Lord,
think you
yes.
think about the killing yourself. What the hell? All I had was
Well,
a
I mean,
crash. I'm not gonna do this. What is you
exactly.
talking about?
I mean, you
Like,
think
You
it's
can get explosive
crazy. And
diarrhea. Like,
right,
remember
literally.
right.
that thing of when I watched the black family that moved to China, and they just said it. One of the comments was the GMOs and the preservatives in the food in China. It's illegal.
Yeah.
It's
It's
illegal.
illegal in a lot of places, but
It's
here in
It's a
illegal
lot
Texas,
of food
everywhere
bans
but
in different
here.
places, right? I mean, we're talking about food, we're talking about chemicals, we're talking about a lot of things. We're
Yeah, they
we're
stole the eggs
constantly,
in Mexico. They don't refrigerate them because
yeah.
they don't spray none of them shit. They just sit them outside. They just,
Yeah.
and you're fine.
So we're thinking about all the harmful toxins, right, that can create chemical imbalances on a medical side point that can create a lot of chemical imbalances just by the things that we're eating. Not only the things that we're eating and drinking, there's so many parasites and so much mucus and a lot of food, especially carnivore. I mean, just meat. I mean, that you're thinking about, and you're thinking about if you have a headache and you go to the doctor, they will prescribe you, Tylenol 3, which, according to your blood type and your structure, it might give you a heart attack. It might give you a migraine. It might have your kidneys to shut down. But if you take an orange and get you some, honey and some garlic and some onions, some ginger root, I mean, those you don't really, you're not looking at side effects of such extreme as death and, allergic reactions and stuff. So those things I think that are very prevalent to pay attention on just how they're trying to structure things and infiltrate our food system because it's going to have to be some type of form of population control with those people. How can we affect the black people? How can we affect them in a way? And it's you think about our food, you think about the sodas. We're stereotyped. Oh, that's all they're gonna eat is fried chicken and watermelon and the Pepsi. You know what I mean? Like we're so stereotyped as far as our food, and then it affects our daily living. And then we don't become as active, and so we have all these different issues going on. And I'm going to read this comment out loud. It says the fact that we can't even go outside and pluck a piece of fruit from our own trees. This
That is
country's
crazy
goofy. It's
that we
crazy. We don't even have access to certain fruits. If you see
Yep.
like burdock root, Asian pear, just some of those things that I like that I go to smoothie joints to get me a little concoction, a little smoothie, it's not
Mhm.
accessible in my grocery stores. And even if I go to the local grocery store to even try to get some fresh apples and bananas, they all done picked over by somebody's kids. They done been knocked over on the ground. Nobody's giving care about the produce. It's just sitting there in the store looking silly. When you go to other countries, they be damned if you step on their shit, litter in their shit, spit on their shit,
Touch
do
it
anything.
and play
Because
with
there
it.
It's
They
is
don't
illegal.
value.
do none
They
of
know
that.
the
And
value
that's
in those
crazy.
things. They
Yes,
know the value in those things, and those
Yep.
things uh prevent or help with the prevention of disease. Other countries don't
Mhm.
want
exactly.
diseased people. If you
And
got
famine in their
diseased
country and their
people,
land, right?
yeah, if you got diseased people in your country, that means something is not flourishing,
Yeah, they
something
want to
is not
Exactly.
heal. They
happening
figured
right.
it out.
It's
Yeah. Oh yeah.
And they figured it out.
growing
And why they kept
the
saying that the COVID
way.
thing came from China. No, sir. Please stop it. It did not. It did not. And the fact that millions of people died and we knew nothing, we didn't know what to do.
And it's
But
about their future
the fact
generations. Yep.
that our ancestors and our seasoned people, as I call them, they've lived this long because they didn't take medications. It was herbs and stuff that they used from a
Yeah.
garden. Like, no, do this. When I had my daughter and she had colic from Mississippi, they sent me this stuff called ass physic that smelled fucking ridiculous. But I gave it to that baby, and that first night, she slept like I don't know what. Now just put this under the sink and keep it here in case it happens again. They never dealt with medications because, first of all, where was the medicine gonna come from? They used natural things. Whatever you had, they
Yeah,
created
because they didn't have the
fast for it.
access to that
They gave
mainstream
you to
pharmaceutical stuff.
drink
Yeah.
or eat, and it's mostly if we paid attention to what they do, is what you put in your body and consume. Is you can cure anything with the right type of herbs and food.
Well,
But now most of
diseases
these
are
people be talking
man-made.
about how they talk about how bad they talk about everything is voodoo and witchcraft.
Right.
Y'all niggas are so far gone that y'all don't
Yes.
even recognize
Hmm.
that you have your understanding of herbalism and all those kind of things have been tainted to make you think that everything that black people
It
do
ain't
that
good
is
for you.
created
Yeah,
from
A
the
it ain't
lie.
earth
right.
is voodoo
A lie.
or but that's a whole nother story for a whole
And
nother
I
day.
and I and I've
About to
But
even
say,
known.
let me
Leo,
segue to
I
the
mean, ain't got
next
time for that
part.
one. You ain't got time for that
Listen,
conversation.
Right, because that's a
we don't
whole
right now.
nother
That's why
story
I
that
said
we
let
can
me
go on
segue
and
to the
on
next
about.
part of what we supposed to be talking about tonight. So the whole reason that we were just having this conversation tonight, y'all, was to help us to get some of the shit off our chest because
Mhm.
I don't know, it's just been heavy. And I'm not gonna lie, like it's been heavy seeing all of the stuff, trying to understand all of the stuff, and then trying to figure out what part can I play or
Mhm.
what role do I play in helping people stay informed, helping our listeners stay informed, but also what actions can I take? What things can I do for myself, my community, my family, my friends, in order for those that I'm close to or near and dear to not fall victim to a lot of the things. You know what I'm saying? And so, one, we gonna always continue to use this platform to the best of our ability to help people have a safe space to get the shit off your chest, um, to stay informed as much as possible. Like I said, I am not very big on politics, which is also why Doc is gonna be here a lot in the next, for as
Oh,
long as we
yeah.
need him to be here, right? Because we had a conversation and he like that's his thing. He'll see something, hear something, go look it up, and go down the rabbit hole. And me, I'm more so like, okay, but what's my course of action? What's my course of action? What can I do? Okay, they doing all
Execution.
this and the third
Hmm.
or whatever with the food. They doing all this and the third or whatever with illness in the body and making us sick. Okay, so my thing is I'm finishing up my personal styling certification so that I can start my herbalism course because I feel like in my heart of hearts, I'm supposed to be a medicine woman anyway. So that's what I'm getting ready to start doing because right now they are doing everything to rid us of all the natural things.
Yep.
Oh yeah, because
Everything
everything's
natural.
commercialized. Everything is
Everything.
in the arms of pharmaceuticals.
Wipe our culture out. That's what they doing.
Yep.
I mean, yeah, but like you said, Leo, it's just making it make sense. What we have to do is we have to create those changes and continue to use the platform to educate and to empower people. It's not just about what we talk about, what we're actually exhibiting too, what we're actually taking place in our own personal lives. And so I just think that with so much thing going on with this food, and we see that Russia, Putin has banned GMO foods and all this stuff food, and we haven't. There's some things we have to do and change our structure as far as how we eat and how we navigate through life because there's so much education out here, there's so much history that we can really achieve this goal of getting rid of this negative narrative on these man-made diseases because even all the stuff that we put in our bodies, all the negative stuff in our bodies is still an immune system. It's still trying to fight. It's still going on. It's still going through the process of trying to rid the toxins and purge everything that's not supposed to be in there out. So we have to do our best to support our bodies, our mental health, and our physical health as well.
All I'm saying is if anybody want to move out the country,
What
or
time
let
we
I,
me
leaving?
I done had some conversation with people. They're having those talks with their families. They
listen.
My daughter
Listen.
keep having that conversation with me. She was like, "Ma, I'm
3 minutes ago,
serious.
I
I'm
sent the
so serious,
message
Ma.
because
It's
what?
time for us to go." She's
Because
like, "Ma,
what
it's
are we
time for us to
doing?
go." It's that like this is crazy. Like for real. Like we need to go. Like this is insane. Can we just
I'll
go?
go. I'll go to Jamaica. I'll go anywhere.
Doc put some
Y'all
fresh
know.
baby oil
You
on
know,
his
I might
head.
get a husband if I
Yeah,
move to
yeah.
Jamaica. I might end up with a husband in Jamaica. But
It's just no. It's just I think
um,
Hey,
those
Stella.
that
hey,
conversation is being had with a lot of people and their families to move to another country.
I don't want to go
yeah,
nowhere. I've been outside the country. I don't want to go nowhere. Be honest with you.
I don't necessarily want to. Let me make that clear. I don't want to. But if it means my sanity, my health, uh my safety, the safety of my family, if it means all of those things, I will factor all that shit in. I will go somewhere and buy land and build and grow and do all the things and garden and everything necessary because this now it is very unsettling, and that's the other part we're going to talk about. So
But hold
even
on.
in the midst
But
of,
sorry, Leo.
go ahead.
Go ahead.
Go
Well, I was
ahead.
gonna say, but consider what we was talking about, in the 50s, 60s, 70s. Where did they have a choice to go? They couldn't go anywhere. They had to stay here and tough it out and fight. And that's why I say history repeats itself. And to your earlier point, if we, not saying that we are going to get on the plane and leave tomorrow, but if we do get up and go, the ones who have some good common sense and leave, that leaves all the ones who don't have any common sense, and that's what they want.
Bruh, NBA such and such is not changing the way the world going right now. I promise you. Okay. Anybody got 3 letters in front of their name is not gonna get out there in March. All right. I'm like, oh, this is it. They're gonna wear the pants off their behind. They're gonna have the money stacks in their hand. Talking about I'm living this life. I don't care about what's going on in the White House.
But yeah, this shit is unsettling. And
Very
one of the
unsettled.
things that we can do um is to make sure that several things that we can do. Being mindful of how you're receiving the information. Always be mindful of the source, be mindful of where it's coming from, be mindful of how much of
Absolutely.
that information you're taking in on a regular basis
Mhm.
because it will cause anxiety. It will cause you to be overwhelmed and have all of these feelings and all those kind of things. So a lot of times, I I know for myself, I have to just stop. Looking at stuff, opening social media, scrolling, all of that. Because I be to absorb some of this energy and I'll be over here frantic and be like, where the fuck is this energy coming from? Well, I absorb too much motherfucking information a day. So make sure that you allow yourself or give yourself permission to not doom scroll, to not just get on social media and get to scrolling and reading everything that pops up. It's a lot going on. It's only so much you can do. It's you can make preparations, you can still do all of your therapy and talk about those things that you're fearful of in community with people who won't judge you for having those feelings, because that's another thing that us as a community are easy to do. We easy to judge somebody. Why you scared of that? You know, we have all of these like kind of combative ways of asking people why they feel that way, and then it causes people to shut down, to have anxiety, to be overwhelmed. And some people, no lie, have a lot of people are taking their lives on a consistent basis because the world has become too much.
Yep.
So we want to make sure we are mindful of each other. Take times to meditate, do breath work, journaling, like I said, detoxing from social media, setting boundaries for news consumption, and just make sure you do those kind of things.
I have to be honest, like in the last since um he has been in office, it's some days, y'all, I won't even turn the TV on. And I won't even do a whole bunch of social media. Cause like you said, you consume all of that. That affects you and your health and your mind frame. And that. It's just some days I'm like, I don't got it to get to you today, bro. I'm good.
Mm-hmm.
That's how I was
I'm
10
good.
years ago.
I don't want to deal with none of that. Right. No, I'm good on that. Cause
Well,
it affects you, and it's Leo, you got the best word. This stuff has been very unsettling. And if you this not playing with you at some point, something wrong with you. Just like something wrong with him. But at some point you got to take yourself out of it and be like, wait, hold on. Let me step away from it, because in the instance they'll throw one thing at you and then they'll throw some nonsense at you. So now you're trying to decipher through it all. No, sometimes you can't decipher through it all. You got to step back and be like, hey.
But here's how I get through that. And I get what you're saying. I have relatives. My mom, she's into politics too, and some days she'll tell me I just can't watch TV today. I'm like, you retired, you ain't got no choice but to watch TV. But I I I balance that with looking at what he's doing and the truth behind what he can't do, even though he says he can do it. And so what I mean
Mhm.
by that is I'll look at people like Roland Martin, um, a lot. I'll look at
Mhm.
other channels on YouTube to kind of give you the facts behind it. So that kind of is not all that negativity coming, and it's like, man, this guy's
Mhm.
insane. I know he can only do so much, but I balance it, and then I learn, okay, what is this new thing he's talking about, and then I had to go dive into that. And when I get the details behind it, like today was he's thinking about a couple hours ago getting rid of the Department of Education. He can't do that. That requires
exactly,
Congress.
exactly,
Mhm.
So
exactly.
he can't just say he's
Senate
going to
has to
do it.
pass it.
He has to give a proposal to Congress and whether or not Congress wants to do it. Right now, Congress can't do it. They probably won't do it. Although the Republicans are leading, they have a simple majority, which means that all you need is a few people to flip. I think one or two Republican Congress representatives that could flip it, and that'll kill that idea right then and there.
Mhm.
So I take all that and I look at the negative and the bad, and like, this guy's a fool, and he just confirmed it again today. And then I look at a few episodes of Roland Martin or whoever the whatever channel I choose to look at for that day to with MSNBC and get the facts behind why, and that kind of like, okay, I know he can't do it because of X, Y, and Z, and it takes me back. So that's kind of the way I get through it. And like I said, it is overwhelming. It is a lot. I mean, a lot of people can't do politics because, not saying they don't understand it, is because it's so much being thrown at them, so much BS and nonsense that it doesn't make any sense to the person who has some common sense.
And I think that's what a lot of it is, Doc, is that it's not making sense to the people who got common sense. It's like, wait, what? This don't even sound right. Like last week when you decided that you was going to pull your plug on all of this, you're going to pull the plug and push the button on all of this. You can't do that.
Yeah.
You
Or
can't
worse,
do that. And he just, yes, I can. No, you can't.
the collision with the helicopter and the airplane. Oh, that's because of DEI.
Oh, he said DEI, the Democrats, and what did he say? And the air traffic controllers. It's their fault. It's everybody else's fault, but the people fault that made it happen. What are you talking about? Because of DEI and everybody that's up there, you got to be brilliant to become an air traffic controller. Your mind, you don't got the mind capacity to talk about it because you don't even know what they do.
But connect the dots. What Leo said earlier. Wait, she over this way. She that way direction. Leo said DEI. Where were black folks? I think it was number 8 on that list.
Yeah.
Who was number 1? White women,
and
male executives.
Mm-hmm.
So that means you're telling me because of DEI, because this was the call. So that means basically white women executives were the cause of that airplane to crash. Since you want to say it's because of DEI, let's do that.
Mm-hmm.
And you can't blame it on Obama. I don't even know why he brings Obama up, because guess who was the president after Obama? Him.
Mm-hmm.
And so he had the chance back. He had the chance back then to do away with whatever, or to put into place what he's doing now. This is just a new episode of insanity. The book we call Trump. It's a new season. So all the stuff he's saying, Obama's fault and everything, he forgot he was once in that position. So why all of a sudden now it's an issue? He could have did the same thing back then. Why didn't he? It's because of Project 2025.
Mm-hmm.
And to your point, Anisha, if you all have not looked at that, who's ever going to be looking at this later, please, I'm telling you, they are checking off boxes of Project 2025 left and right. And we're only 3 weeks into it, 2 weeks into it.
Yep. We ain't even had a full 30 days yet. I'm so like, if you have not, please go read it. He put it in writing, everything that he was going to do. He played the game to get your vote, and he got your vote. But he put it, and he told you, hey, this is what I'm about to do. But y'all kept saying, well, he keeps saying it don't exist. A lie. What do y'all think this book came from and got? I gotta remember the exact number of pages again. I need for you to go read it. And when I tell you, it probably took me some days I'm like, what
I think it's a little bit over 700 pages.
You gotta go look at what this man is doing, and like Doc said, every boxes are being checked in this thing. Boxes are being checked because he told you exactly what he was gonna do, and he doing it. He wasn't lying to you. He just wanted y'all to believe that he was gonna take your price of eggs down.
900 pages.
Is it 900? Okay.
Is it 900?
Thanks, Pablo.
He wanted
excuse me. Thanks,
you
Paul.
to believe
I
that
forgot.
he was gonna take your price of eggs down and the gas prices.
I'll get me snatched up, sir.
Hey, on the real, I did see a meme that said somebody, they knew they had to stop smoking. They was high. They saw an icy truck and thought it was ice, so they started running.
I can't. It's just, it is. It's
muted, Leo.
Leo, you're on mute.
Unsettling.
You muted.
You muted, Leo.
I was trying to find the list. Boy, shut up in the comments.
I know. That's why I laughed earlier.
I wasn't even on this screen to even see it. But I was looking for the list of how the order is for us to how it lines up. But I do remember that Black people are number 7. The LGBTQ community is on there before us. Native Americans are on there before us.
I got it.
Everybody else is on there before
You
us.
got
It was
it,
a
Doc.
video.
I got
Doc
it.
said he got it.
So number one is white women / male CEOs. Number two, Latino Hispanic Americans. Number three, Asian Americans. Four, Native Americans. Five, disabled Americans. Number six, veterans. Number seven, the LGBTQ plus community. And number eight, bringing up the rear, black folks.
Black people.
Mm-hmm. Yep. So
But all you gotta do is scare people and do whatever you want.
Exactly. Yep.
Yeah.
So the other part of all of, reclaiming your peace and power during this time, y'all, make sure y'all get y'all rest. Don't let all of the scary shit keep y'all from resting, keep y'all from having joy in your life. Don't let it keep you from reaching your goals or your dreams, or even like working on those goals and dreams. Because some people will go into a panic of halting. Like, well, maybe I shouldn't do this. Maybe I shouldn't do that because I don't know what's going on and I don't know how it's going to line up for me. So continue to work on those things, but also recognize when you are burnt out. Okay? Recognize that. Take a step away, take a step back. Make sure you set some boundaries. That's going to be the word, boundaries. And even when you are having conversations that are continuously talking about the things that you don't continuously want to talk about, set boundaries
Let your
with people.
yes mean yes and your no mean no.
But even saying, hey, I've been kind of having a lot of these conversations lately. Can we change the subject to something else? This is a little much for me right now. This is a little heavy for me right now. Can we change the subject to something else? But even again, making sure that you are making room for joy, that you are making room for intentional joy, doing things that you love, still creating, still going outside, still traveling, still enjoying the fruits of your life. We don't want to get so caught up in everything that's going on that we allow it to keep us disengaged from life. Because in the words of Black Jesus, do you not have any fucking faith, bro? We gotta have some faith.
That's all we got is
We
faith.
got to keep moving. We have to keep moving in the space of understanding that although there is a lot going on the outside, there's a lot going on the inside of you. Whatever your belief systems are, tap in. Because a lot of us are so frantic and anxious and all of those things because we don't tap in. A lot of us need to go ahead and take some meds. And that's the guys on the truth. Take some meds, smoke a little smoke, drink a little drink. Okay? Not Doc over there with the pill at the ready.
Hey, look, my back hurting. I gotta take a muscle relaxer. Back hurting.
Not the pill at the ready. Drink tea and disrupt the energy, the chaos with laughter. Disrupt that shit with laughter. Disrupt it with kindness. And I'm gonna tell y'all something. Today, this little old lady in the store made me cry. I'm in the store just randomly getting ready to check out. And as I'm checking out, she walks up to me, puts some money in my hand, and said, "Use this to pay for your groceries." She had done it for the young ladies in front of her, and I was behind her. And I mean, first of all, TMI, I talked to y'all about these 40-year-old hormones when I first turned 40. But I was over here crying. And I'm like, why am I crying so hard?
Because
But
what you saw was that there are still
and that was
humans
it.
in the
There
world.
are still
Yep.
There are
people
still people
who,
who care.
despite all of this that's going on,
Yep.
there are so many people whose hearts are still pure. Their
Yep.
hearts are still filled with love and willing to show that and spread that in a bunch of different ways. Like, low key, I was just in the store because I needed a break from peopling. I went in the store and was like, oh, I'm gonna try something new tonight. I'm gonna try the little viral chicken Caesar salad waffle sandwich because I've been wanting to try it. I just bought a new waffle maker around Christmas. So, but I was just walking around the store because I needed to disrupt my mind. I needed to disrupt, you know what I'm saying? I needed to disrupt the thought process that was going on because I've been peopling a lot. And lo and behold, this little old ass white lady, she looked like she had the sweetest heart, like she probably had a black husband.
No, she probably voted for Trump, felt bad. So she said, let me go ahead and get
Hey,
his big
either
lick.
way. But she
Lord.
she
Either
just
way, she
looked
ain't have to do it.
like
I know.
right. And that's the thing. Like either way, she did not have to do it. She paid for the girls in front of her. And the lady, the cashier at the register, she was like, they shit came to like $250 and she paid for their shit. And I was
Wow.
like, well, damn. Either way, it did something for me. It did something to me. And I'm like, yeah, damn. I came home and I had to come home and reset and take a nap. And I had to cry it out because I really had been like, what the fuck? It was so much. It was a lot of energy. And just that little moment of humanity,
Yep.
Hmm.
like, was like, oh shit, okay.
And that
But that's
disrupting that
how,
you just talked about, she came in
Yeah.
and
I tell people, God
disrupted
knows what you need
and
in the time that you need
dismantled
it.
all of that. She came in
Yeah.
and shook you to show you, like, hey, it's still people out here that got a heart. It's still
but you
some
know,
people, no matter what color I am, that we still care about other people.
but that shows you
Hmm.
that right there, humanity getting back to the basics of being a human
Yep.
outweighs any kind of issues with politics.
Mm-hmm.
Politics are only short lived. Like I said,
Mm-hmm.
we could tolerate this fool for 4 years. We're going to get back right
Mm-hmm.
because of how politics works. Politics is just like how Biden was in the office. Oh, he's terrible. Democrats, we're going to flip it. It's going to probably flip back to the Democrats being in control of a lot of stuff based on what this idiot's doing. But at the same time, it's short lived. I mean, people made a big issue about Obama and Trump keying it up at Carter's funeral. But at the end of the day, they're human. They're no longer well, they're still politicians, but they're no longer in their
But they're
office
human
at the time.
first. Yeah.
They're human first. So the
Mhm.
humanity aspect of whatever we're doing. I mean, I got people on my Facebook page who right now before the election doing all this. Now I'm like this. Where y'all at? Everybody quiet all of a sudden, and they don't want to do that talking. So it's like, at the end of the day, even though they may have voted for him, and I was joking about the lady voted for him, she probably did, she probably didn't, whatever. But at the end of the
Right.
day, they're still humans.
Mm-hmm.
Humanity will set in. This is
Mhm.
not right. And that's how we're going to be at the end of the day. You just got to get through these next, what, I don't even know how many days. I'll get it for the next show next week. I'll have how many days we got remaining and start the countdown. But we got to get past this point of letting him and what he's doing dictate our lives, because people like that, Leo, that you encountered, a lot of that is happening elsewhere that we may not know about. And that is what's
Mhm.
going to keep us going instead of running from it, going to a different country or escaping.
Oh yeah. Yeah. But it was just like, I know for me, I've been having a lot of moments of people like checking in lately, and I'm like, I love that because that's the space we're in now. Like we need people to check in. We need people to care. We need people to literally show our humanness. Because without it, like, what are we really fucking doing out here? Like, we are human first. And a lot of this shit that's going on, we really gonna have to build community. That's why I'm grateful for y'all being here. I'm grateful for us being able to have these conversations and talk it out, and then be reminded that, like, yeah, this is temporary. But then also the other side of me is like, I still want to get the fuck up through. but
There we
however,
go.
comma, you know,
Thanks, Anisha. And you put the seconds in
however,
there.
comma, not 55 seconds.
I feel like we gonna get through.
Jesus.
I feel like we
However,
gonna get
We
comma,
gonna get
through
while
through.
I'm
really
We gonna
soon.
be
here,
good. We gonna be good, and that's what I
we
keep
gonna
telling
make
everybody.
sure
We gonna be good.
Yeah, I mean, cause some,
make sure that we do the best that we
I
can.
mean, yeah,
I
because
know
some
right
people
here we
say in
said in
abusive
video, I'm
relationships
the
are
best
supposed
I
to be
can
good.
with what I got. Okay.
Right.
But also, y'all,
With what I
Use what
got.
you got to get what you want. Like, come on,
listen.
man.
So make sure that you guys are out
Make the
here.
money. Don't let the money
We
make. Oh,
make
that's the
you.
wrong movie. That's the wrong movie. Wrong.
Oh, sorry, that was a wrong move. My
That's the
bad.
wrong movie.
Here,
My bad.
Sorry.
Yeah.
it was a video clip, not a movie. And I said Mariah Carey. Okay. But start working on some of the things that will help you in case of or in time of crisis. Okay.
Yeah.
Start canning. A lot of y'all don't want to learn that simple shit. Listen, start creating your survival bags. It's nothing wrong with being prepared.
Yep.
Y'all make it seem like being prepared is a bad thing. Be prepared.
Mm-hmm.
Okay,
Go
get
bag.
prepared for Arabian Nights. Whatever the fuck we gotta do, get prepared.
Don't start that shit, Leo. Don't fucking start that Arabian Night shit again.
I'm dying. I'm dying. Arabian Nights.
See, now I
Papa,
gotta
shut
know.
up.
Now I gotta know.
But we'll tell you, stay on, and we'll tell you after. But be prepared. Do canning. Collect your herbs. Learn about herbalism. Purchase the books. You know what I'm saying? Because they are trying to ban a lot of books. Buy the books. Read the books. Speaking of books, we do have a book club. We've been reading books. The Book Nook Book Club. Okay. Our book for this month is Ethic.
The ethic. Oh my God.
Okay. The Ethic series, that is our book. Going into, like, we're going into February. We're getting ready to start our February book. Can't remember which one it is, but I'll post it on the page, and
Yeah.
then we'll be starting that book so that y'all can prepare and be ready. Purchase the books, read the books, find out the
Read the books.
information,
Keyword, read the books. Read.
build community, learn some skills, go to the range. Okay. All of those things. Do all the things, okay, to prepare, but also have fun. Enjoy your life. Laugh. Okay? Be silly. Enjoy time with community. Go outside. Do all the things that your heart desires. Because, shit. We don't know. We don't know what the fuck going on. So we just gotta keep doing what we doing, okay? But preparation is also key. That's all I'm saying. Preparation is key. Understanding what's going on is key. And don't feel like you have to be the one to know all the information. That's why I got all these people here. I know what I know, and I know what I don't know. What I don't know, I'm going to
Amen.
ask Doc or somebody on this motherfucking panel to give me some answers, because I don't know.
Speaking
But
of, we
outside
got
of that,
Moses that graced us with his presence.
ain't said a thing.
Ain't said a thing.
Oh,
You just
and look, Doc, look,
thought he was gonna get out here
somebody
and
that
be
worked
cute.
for the
Hey,
Federal
boy
Bureau.
Moses in the building. Yeah, make sure y'all book y'all some photography or something.
I had to tell somebody last week, look, don't take that payout that he told y'all he was
Oh,
gonna give y'all.
no. I'm telling you, the person that I know, and I can't say.
I know you couldn't say it, but when I
What
told
that
them they had to sit and think about it, was like,
no, they told me, and that person texts me multiple times a day. The latest information I got today, don't take it. Matter of fact,
yeah,
their attorneys for the group that is representing them said don't take it. It's a ploy.
yeah.
Keep
And
pushing
what
the
I
narrative.
said was, think about it. He telling you to take this payout and he gonna pay you until September. How? And that's all I said.
Mm-mm.
How? How you gonna pay you? Where you gonna get the money from?
He ain't got no job, man.
Nope.
You think on that part? Where the money gonna come from? I'm
As a
just
side note,
asking.
do we know what Tommy did? Because I'm still trying to figure that
Nothing.
out. Okay,
I'm still trying to figure out what Tommy did because he worked in the building that didn't have no windows.
that is true.
He got a promotion. You work across the street now.
Oh, that's right. He did get a promotion. You right, Pablo. He do work
Mhm.
across the street now.
But he still have that helmet and that
building.
blowtorch? That's all I'm gotta say.
He works in the white building across the street now. Got a cold job too. Do the same thing Tommy does.
Wow.
And they still ain't doing nothing.
Doc, where your eyebrows at, bro?
Hmm?
Where your eyebrows
You know what,
at,
Pablo? I'm not
Right
about to play with you.
It's the light I have. Hold on,
Yeah, that
let
light
me
bad on you, bro. You
let
look
me
like
let
you
me
ain't got
change
no.
That's why I
let me
said they
change
there. You can definitely
Pablo.
see them.
let me change the
My
ambiance.
gosh.
Crazy.
My
Let me go
gosh.
ahead. Let me go ahead and put that sepia on. That sepia light.
The
Yes.
Nuh-uh.
sepia light.
Okay, now you got one eyebrow. All right, you got one
Oh
eyebrow.
my
Let me
God
put that
gosh.
damn it.
sepia light on.
He said,
Hold
now you
on,
got
hold
one
on.
eyebrow. And for those who want to be part of the book, our next book is Jay Jenkins, Adversity for Sale.
I was
Yeah,
gonna
make
say,
sure
who
y'all
is
enroll in that
JG?
book club and read
I
some
say
books.
Jay Jenkins.
Yeah, that's our next book, and then we're gonna do
Yeah.
Rick
So
Ross.
it's Jeezy, then Rick
Jeezy,
Ross.
and then it's
I
Rick
ain't
Ross.
reading nothing from Rick Ross.
Hold on. Didn't
Oh
we
well,
just have that
true.
discussion
We
earlier?
did. We had
Man,
already
come on,
planned
man.
that. We had already planned that
We
before
had
all of this.
already planned it though, Doc. It was already in there.
But we are open to suggestions for another book.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
Cassette Mattel's autobiography.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh wow.
Listen.
I'm not gonna do this.
I mean, if niggas still out here listening to R. Kelly, why can't I listen to Chrisette?
Exactly.
That's true. That's true.
Exactly.
Because I'm still gonna blast a couple of forevers.
Hey, so be it.
And I'm gonna blast 10-inch stilettos, okay? Even though I ain't walking in none, I'm gonna still blast that song because it's my favorite.
Twist that ankle.
False
But
advertising. False advertising.
any nigga that know me know I ain't putting on no heels. What are we talking about?
Well, for a nigga that don't know you and he hear you playing that, false
Listen,
advertising.
listen. If he think I'm finna put all this body on some 10-inch stilettos, so you probably
Put
don't understand physics or gravity, okay?
put all the what? I missed that. My phone was breaking up.
All this body, okay?
Oh, okay.
All of this body on some 10-inch stilettos. You is fucking asinine. Okay? You better be lucky if I put on some kitten heels. So,
Not the kitten heels.
the Usher heels. Okay?
The Usher heels.
Absolutely, the Usher heels. But listen, since we talking about good things and joy and all of the greatness that we can still participate and take part in, we still going to Punta Cana, y'all. Okay, so go ahead and get y'all shit together.
You
Get
might not make it
everything
back.
in
I promise
order.
you. You might not
Listen,
make it back.
and I might be okay with that. Okay, so make sure y'all go ahead and set yourselves up so y'all can join us September 18th through the 22nd at the beautiful Royalton Chic Punta Cana. Okay, in the Dominican Republic. Okay, it's brought to you by PGC Media and Unforgettables. Okay, so make sure y'all go ahead and book the what's the name is on the bottom here.
Yeah.
Book your stay at bit.ly Fat Fam Fiesta. You can find all the updated information there, and we look forward to having y'all join us in Punta Cana on Thursday. Make sure you check out Thursday Night Live with brought to you by SMG. And we got some new stuff coming, y'all. I promise you, because we're gonna continue to celebrate Black History. We got Sip and Soul Sundays coming to y'all soon. Sundays at 7 on TikTok. What else we got over here in the bag?
Thursday Night
If
Live
you
merch coming soon.
Yes, and then if you guys would like to connect with us, work with us, come on and talk to us. Come on, chit chat with us. You can reach myself or any other people on the team here and let them know you are interested in being part of the team. We can have a conversation about what that looks like and then go from there. All right. We also got the Phat Foodie Chronicles and Poor Decisions coming. And I mean Poor Decisions, P-O-U-R. Okay, not P-O-O-R. All right, make sure y'all know the difference. Rodney, you're a little behind, boo. We already know that she put the countdown in the comments. And then none other than Doc J is coming with a health segment soon. Okay. So y'all go ahead and start getting y'all start getting your questions, comments, and all of that good stuff together. Now I'm gonna tell y'all this. Don't come on there with no bullshit. Don't come on there with no bullshit, okay?
But Doc be welcoming the bullshit though.
I'm just saying, like if you coming on there talking about,
I gotta invite some of it.
See?
Some of it, but
I gotta invite some of it. I ain't gonna say I won't answer it.
Right. I'm just saying, don't get on there thinking you about to be talking about getting too personal. If it's too personal, go to the doctor. Okay?
Yeah.
But also
if y'all submit photos of what's ailing you, like your grandma say,
no, please don't.
Nah, we got time for that.
The quickest way to get you blocked if you submitting stuff. And I got your email address. Because then I'm gonna blast your ass on the medias. Okay? Blast your ass right on the medias. Okay? I'm like whoever posted this, whoever sent this to our email.
Yep.
Okay.
Damn. Put your rash on notice.
For real. We're gonna put your rash out there. We're gonna put your email address out there and everything that come with that email.
Ladies, don't mess with him. You see that? You see that bump? That ain't no hair bump.
Listen.
That's a stress bump.
You got a bump 2 balls. It's too much going on. Thank you. Nigga, you got a nutty buddy, okay? I ain't talking about
no.
I'm about an almond crunch.
No, thank you.
Got a star crunch.
Oh,
that's what we used to call this dude.
Well, of course, make sure you guys subscribe to everything PGC Media, the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast, PGC After Dark, the Rich Crazy Aunties. We have so much going on, so make sure you guys stay plugged in, stay connected. Also, you guys can join the Phat Fam chat, okay? Get connected in the stuff that we got going on behind the scenes. We got Punta Cana coming up. We got a lot of stuff going on, so make sure you stay connected with PGC Media. Punta Cana, DR.
The DR. That's where we going. We ain't coming back from.
The DR.
Listen. Make sure y'all subscribe to the YouTube channel. Make sure y'all follow us on your favorite podcast streaming platform. We are 4 subscriptions away from 800 subscribers on YouTube. Make sure y'all go ahead and hit that subscribe button and then hit that little bell right next to it so you can get notifications each and every time we go live.
Yeah.
Rodney, I'm not asking you anything in particular,
ding.
So you can forget that. You just
He gonna be in Dominican Republic for that money, baby. Watch.
So for all you guys that are not subscribed to the YouTube channel, make sure you guys subscribe to the YouTube
Oh,
channel, y'all. Please subscribe. We like 4 subscribers away. So if you ain't subscribed, subscribe
Mm-hmm.
now.
and then, we want to thank y'all for tuning in. We really do hope that, although it's a lot going on in the world, that you guys really do take some time to have conversations, that you guys are um creating spaces of community, spaces of peace, and spaces of joy, because Black joy is contagious. I don't care on any given day or MLK Boulevard, Black joy will always be contagious. And we need Black joy in these times and spaces, because they are continuously trying to diminish and wipe out the joy that they not giving it to us, and they can't take it away like they used to say in church. So make sure that y'all are out here doing all of your due diligence to prepare yourself and your families in these current times. But also, yeah, check out the Phat Girl Chronicles podcast group on Facebook, and then we got chats attached to that group. We got chats a little bit for everybody. We probably gonna create a little chat for ways to create peace, or homesteading and all of that other kind of stuff, because I know it's people out there that are doing it. So gardening and creating their own homes and all of that other kind of stuff. So just keep in touch with the Phat Girl Chronicles. We are here to assist you all um on this journey to being informed, but also finding Black joy. I
Come
think
on,
that's
Black
it.
Joy. Come on,
That's
Black
all.
Joy.
Yeah. Here's one more thing before we go. All right. We thank y'all for tuning in to another episode of the Phat Girl Chronicles. We are definitely appreciative of you all being here. We thank y'all. We hope you have an amazing night. I'm your girl Leah Rochelle. We got none other than Miss Anisha right there in the middle. Paul Jesterson over there with us. Haitian boy Moses, who got on here and said nothing for the last 30 minutes. Doc J, thank you for hopping on here and joining us. Y'all gonna see him a little bit more often. And none other than Stretch. It's good to see your face, sir. Thank you for joining us on here tonight. And we are getting ready to get up out this thing. We appreciate y'all. We love y'all. Whatever you do for the rest of the evening and the rest of the week, y'all, don't do it with your half ass. Do it with your whole.
Whole
All
ass.
right. Doc, don't leave. It's gonna kick us out the thing, but don't leave. We're gonna come back. All right.
All right.
We'll see y'all next week. Love y'all. We
Later.
celebrating. Okay.
Later.
Love y'all. Peace.
Peace.
You gotta do it with your whole ass.